That was really hard. I lost a lot of friends because of religion, and a lot of friends, I remember going to their houses and their parents knew, and their parents would just be like, oh, it was really awkward,
Yeah.
But I had to tell them. I think that my true friends stayed on with me, they supported me. I had a friend, and she was really like Jesus can save the world type, and I went to church with her a couple of times, like 10 times, 15 times actually, with her parents also. And I was like, I'm open to it. I'm gonna go, and this is how. She's really smart. Now she works in the morning. She goes to university in the afternoon, and then she takes care of her mom. And anyway, she's really, really smart, and I know she's gonna be really successful. So I was like, I'm gonna listen to her, and I'm gonna go. And it was interesting. And I could see, I was in church, and I could see who was doing the same thing. Like I'm just going to church because I might change, but. Yeah, but I don't know, deep down inside, I was like, it's not going to work.
Were you religious before?
I was, fearful. I was like, my parents were kind of religious, and I would just like be following them because I was like, oh, if I don't know, I might rot in hell, and I don't know what's going to happen to me, But then, now I'm an atheist, and I mean, maybe it's because of living in China when I was young and then living in China now, and a lot of people here are not religious, and since I'm in an international school, a lot of people you just have a lot of people from really different backgrounds, and just religion really didn't justify, like, knowledge for me, I couldn't base everything on religion. Yeah. A lot of people really don't know what you're talking about. They're like, you're gay, like say, like, I'm gay, and then they're like, oh my God, AIDS, wild sex, orgies, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like that, I remember a friend of mine, one of my best friends actually, Paulo, in Brazil, he was like, he once said to me, I understand you're gay and whatever, but it really, I don't think it helped me in any way, it's just a problem in my life. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then we talked about it maybe 3 months later. We didn't talk to each other. So, and he was like, you know what? A cousin of mine just came out, and because you came out first, I actually understand him better, And I actually, at least in that way, I'm not as ignorant as I was before, So it benefited him also, because I would just tell him, like it or not, 10% of the world is gay. People who are gay, Perhaps I have about maybe 3 or 4 teachers that know, and one of them is gay, and I know that my school, there's a lot of gay teachers, and I've seen them out. In an international school, I mean, everybody is in the same boat. Everyone's different. Everybody believes in something different. Everybody has lived and speaks, 3 or 4 different languages, and I mean, if you say I'm gay, it's like, oh, well, we're all different,
Yeah.
So I think my teachers they're like, well, that's your problem. We don't really care, You're the same, you're still a student.
Do you have that one teacher who you go, yes, you are hot, thank God you're gay?
Not really.
Not really?
Well, no.
No, not so much?
No, I don't know, I think it's kind of weird. I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
A lot of people come to me and they're like, oh my God, you're so young and you're out, and that's really amazing, and I'm like, that's not really amazing. I think that's it. I don't know. It's how it should be. It's not that big of a deal. I'm much more worried about other things. I never actually think about it now. After all these years, my parents know, everybody knows. I don't really process it anymore. So I think of course you should think about it and think about who you tell to that you're gay, but at the end of the day you should remember that it's just a tiny little part of you. It really doesn't matter.
Life's a dance we all have to do.
他非常勇敢，他说的也非常好。
但这可能还是文化的不同。我想巴西人大家印象当中就是比较热情奔放，跳桑巴舞，有狂欢节，所以他们那种可能文化的背景，在中国你觉得是不是？
但是他说到那个他的宗教压力可能要更大，因为在巴西那个天主教的压力还是很大，因为在中国毕竟大家总在说我们没有宗教的这个压力，可是在那个国家，即便他说到出柜，他还说到了他有一个好朋友，还是每次尝试把他带去教堂，希望他能转变的那个感觉。
所以可能不同文化有不同的压力，就是。那我想大鹏，你刚才说了，就是说同学对你还是很接受的，那就是说你觉得？就你个人的观察或者经历，这个同志的学生在校园里的比例到底是多少？你能看到很多同志呢？
如果说看的话，大家都说有些同志可能有同志雷达，可能感受到谁是。如果我在一个学校里建一个 QQ 群，同志可以加进来，然后我做的宣传手段已经很到位，就是说宣传的很广了。那加进来，可能我们学校里大概就会有。一个学校可能也就100来人，每个学校都这样。我问过其他学校的人，都是100。
但这种是比较已经公开、比较认同自己的，
对，他会上来。但其中当然也有一些是不愿意公开，但他会上来。但其他的没有认同到自己是的，甚至不愿意来接触的，那可能就无法计量了。我觉得这个人口比例还是一个一定的，只是每个地方可能会有一点细微的变化。
对，我看了很多资料，你看像什么英国在学校也发布了一些反歧视的一些条例指南，比如说不要假定学生的家长一定是对，一定是这个孩子的父亲或者母亲，因为他们就是为了避免这些，从小就给孩子养成一个习惯，可能教育他们就知道，有的时候即便这个孩子可能他有2个爸爸2个妈妈，但是就是这种包容性的这种指南。还有像包括很有意思，在宁波出版社出版了一个叫什么少年心事，它是给小学的高年级和这个初中生看的一本指南，它也是讲，它里面也是广泛的谈到了这种包括同性恋或者性早熟各个方面，来让大家知道什么是。
所以有时候比较小的城市可能也可以做出一些比较惊天破地这种举动。我想在北京、上海这样大城市好像没有看到这样的教材。
对，我听说的就是在小地方的话，可能就是这些东西还是蛮好做的。像原来我参加过一个项目，就是研究这些媒体，在有些小报上还写的挺客观中立的。
对，我知道在北京大学他们也做过一个这种关于性别的一个讨论，3天他们放了很多电影，也找了很多一些国内一些同志名人来给他们做论坛。包括我记得你上次去上海的时候，你们也
复旦大学有一个比较有名的，因为他们开了一个先例，他们有一个课程，包括给研究生和那个第1年学生都有一个同志的课程，所以当时还是相当火爆，因为他这个开设之后，就是说是走廊里上课的时候，教室的走廊里站满了人听这个课。
他们也差不多找来了所有国内的在研究或者在这个领域有贡献的人来给他们开不同性质的讲座。
其实我就觉得说他这讲座能教育到多少人这不一定，但这个事件的确是一个很里程碑式的一个事件。
那有没有发生过那种比较
受到嘲弄啊，或者是有一种
被殴打呀，
不得到理解这样的事例，就据你所知，
在高中或者是大学时代都有这种，比如说看起来比较娘娘腔的男孩，然后受到大家歧视，大家都说他会很像女生，然后说他骂他，当然动手的情况可能在低年龄的那个孩子里边会有一些。
就说到这个校园呢，其实我挺感动的一个事情，就是其实去年在加拿大发生的一个事情，就是加拿大有一个学生也是，可能我们就说他比较同志，他有一天他穿了一个粉红色的衬衣去学校，然后就遭到了很多有一些学生的歧视，包括殴打。然后就因为这个事件以后呢，所以整个全学校组织了这个叫粉红衬衣星期五，就叫粉红星期五，就是大家在星期五时候全穿粉红衬衣，就是为了支持这个反歧视，包括支持不同性别选项的人的这个。
其实我觉得提醒我们去年在青岛采访那个张北川教授的时候，他给我们讲了一个故事，也是挺感人。他就说有一个同志，我忘了是高中生还是大学生，他就是说他告诉自己的同学自己是同志之后，他们特地开了一个班会，来鼓励他不要气馁，不要自卑，然后班会的最后每一个同学都上去拥抱他一下。
现在就是说，如果他说出来了，他身边所有人在帮助他，这是一个很好的事。我更需要看到的是，他说出来了，没人理，这是正常的事，很普